Hi YouTube, I just want to speak up on something briefly. So the ability to wake up is discipline. Saying if you're gonna spend time on the internet, you gotta wake up anyway. It's hard to wake up and execute and learn execution when we have to study paradoxes and study and execute social distancing because stalkers will ruin your life repeatedly day in and day out. And the process of eradicating that epidemic is vastly outrageous and virtually impossible. It's like trying to raise $1 billion. It's like being trapped every time you try to make money. You go and you meet the person who is your worst nightmare, and working with those people is irrational because you're on YouTube, you're on Quora, and you've got your four CEOs. You've got you've got Gordon Miller, you've got Brett Fox, you've got James L. Toucher, and you've got Jason M. Lemcom. And you don't need to work anymore, but you don't have any money, and you're afraid of getting evicted, and you're afraid that you will not be able to win a plea for your safety in the court of law. And that's again paradox. Stalkers are ganging up on you. It's called gang stalking prior, and saying all of those things will get you nowhere. And so there's sort of a paradox in real life that we have to dodge, and it's called whatever it is called, I don't know. It's like sleeping in isn't going to help anymore, and waking up and not having internet isn't going to help you, because you're not going to be able to connect with the people who you're going to ask for money and when you figure out what you want to do, uh, which is raise money and ask for money and ask for funding from home. So everything that's going on in the news right now is sort of a mimic of the paradox. And everything that's happening right now with Bernie Sanders dropping out of the race has to do with that, because people are making fun of it, how the campaign and the race is based on savings and checkings accounts and scams of stalkers, and the paradox exists. So obviously people who win are people who save money, but they're not saving money for the right reasons. They're stuck in the paradox. They're stalked and gang stalked, and it's been going on since the beginning of modern history. And speaking on it for an hour would be nice, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update, and hopefully we'll touch base again soon. I haven't had any luck looking for money or getting views or followers on this platform. So yeah, hopefully things will get better. Privacy is a big issue. I'm on YouTube talking about my company, which I haven't even formed, and I doubt I will ever even get off the ground. You're basically watching a real life victim of paradox right here, right now. Somebody who will, make a YouTube video every day for you, an hour-long YouTube video, and will never make $1 million off YouTube. And the paradox exists at the beginning of time, that you begin to make money. Your first cent of that first million. Don't assume that you can collect the first cent from your first million and the first cent off your second million at the same time. So if you made 2 cents today or $2 today, you can't put one of those dollars towards your first million and set apart another dollar of that for your second million. And you have to study and analyze what you're going through, that you're stuck in a paradox. You are surrounded by gang stalkers and stalkers who are scamming you and stealing from you right under your nose. So that's something I go through every day. I have a car and very few belongings. I don't live on my own. I don't have money. I don't have college. I can't go work for Microsoft or Apple or Google you know, I can't work at the six-figure job at Disney. You know, it's not what it looks like. The situation is not what it looks like right now. And you know, getting off top, getting off topic is eerie and irritating right now. And saying, what can I base my reality distortion off of right now? It's two things: experience, three things: execution, experience, and learning things that you need to know so that you can be Steve Jobs and Elon Musk combined without money is a hard thing to be. And people right now, they're hiding from YouTube, right under your nose. People who upload a video to YouTube every day and make $100 off of YouTube a week, you don't know what they're going through, sometimes, and you still tune into their videos. So it's embarrassing that, we're like looking to delete people off of YouTube who can't even afford a month's worth of groceries from this source of income. Yeah. So sort of what I want to do is like write a book about my case study on my paradox problem, and learn how to execute is not the only thing that matters. The responsibility is not important in the real world. It's a fake concept. You see, responsibilities are a fake concept. Arguments and debates are fake concepts. And people are just trying to ask for money and grab each other's attention. And people who don't want money, who are they? They're people who don't eat or wear different clothes at all, or can't work at all. And it's fun to think that I could get people to stop working someday and work for me, but it's just not what I'm looking at right now. And funding is just like that, something that we make up in our heads, and it's this fake concept that just doesn't work in the real world, because ageism is a fake concept, retirement is a fake concept. These financial instruments that I'm looking at, they're fake concepts, So whoever makes a living off of the stock market, they are highly experienced individuals who don't need less funding than they've ever received in their life. They don't need a single penny less than they've ever made in their life, And it's torturous that YouTube doesn't diminish that quality of American lifestyle, and that pioneering is a concept with obstacles like death that overwhelm the concept of ageism at such a young, fresh point in our lives, that you can never defeat those not elements but concepts which I'm trying to refurbish into my vocabulary and my writing and my video blogging and my podcasting, which I might not even get to. And so, and that's what happens is I have like some sort of Asperger's because of paradox and inequality, and the news is relevant. Nicodemus Toucher tries to tell us don't watch the news, but watch the news and log into the news websites and read the news. You know there's nothing left in this country. We are left for dead. Whatever experience Warren Buffett has is completely overwhelming, and school is overwhelming, and personal finances and the finance industry and financial services industry are completely overwhelming. And for you to find your nook in this $1 billion bubble that you're either looking to explore for yourself, or find out what is a bubble. Is it a made-up term? It probably is. Like how either Mark Cuban lost or made money off of the bubble that made him a billionaire, or that he made $1 billion away from, so to speak, is highly political. And it's funny that so many things exist in the world, from Coca-Cola and cartoons, that have nothing to do with what's going on uh, in the business world. And people make millions in that nook, and that's something you can do, is look into that and be Steve Jobs or Walt Disney in that aspect. But you don't see Elon Musk making theme parks and cartoons and animation studios. So and like people with a break in the fashion industry, they have that nook. So I'm always really wondering, what is it that I'm trying to talk about when it comes to trying to raise funding. Well, raising funding is hard. It's that difficult because you have to be introverted and you won't get funding. And if you're an extrovert and you don't get funding, it's the same thing. So I'm exploring everything that I know, while at the same time I'm looking at paradox and stalking and pandering, and it's just overwhelming. So yeah, I just wanted to drop you guys another post. Right now, I don't have any money for Blogger, Wix, or WordPress, to sort of show you what I'm talking about is about. I'm not gonna sell you guys of any financial instruments like Ty Lopez and Gary right now, and it's overwhelming to watch those guys get romped and chewed up by their own business and stuff and paradoxes. They talk about it all the time, how you watch someone work their way to $1 million and through full-time employment, and then they end up getting hit by a truck, like Gary said. And the coronavirus is just an example of how we get fucking ran over by a truck at any point in our lives. So it's just Mother Nature pulling sick prank after sick prank through paradox. It's just Final Destination 6 or 7, whatever the fuck. Final Destination movie hasn't come out yet. And if you don't speak up on it, you're just going to be living towards your death. And, escaping death is a possibility from that point of view, that if you learn to narrow down your search and what you're looking for and look for other things or not, and try to defeat the purpose of working while you start looking for money in the right way. It's like Luigi's Mansion. You're looking for funding with the flashlight. You're Luigi. Like Grant Cardone calls the guy Mario in his video, because he doesn't know how to be a grant writer or whatever. You're looking for that nook, Like you buy the book about grant writing by Entrepreneur Press, but you don't know what you're doing to this day. You can't just read the book and go forward. So we're all just, hair raising compared to the winners of this marathon. And it's something that I'm going to talk about now. I'm probably not going to talk about later. So, I'm just thankful to anyone who thinks that I'm saying something at all when I don't bring this shit up, or not saying. I'm not really thankful. It's just something that I wouldn't have said and suffered from if I don't say it. And it's awkward. So thank you guys if you do watch the video and subscribe, and future videos. And if I post up video game footage or stream on Twitch, please subscribe to me on Twitch. I'm Boston Slow. Right now, there's not really anything going on. I'm waiting to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I'm out of money. Doom Eternal is a great game, which I'm currently stuck on. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a great game that I've started playing. I might try to put up the footage from that. Other than that, yeah, just stay home, and for all this tragedy continues. And yeah, just keep me posted with your videos and stuff. If you guys are gamers or ASMR artists or public speakers or entrepreneurs who want to try to fund me, please view and subscribe and hit me up on my comments. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow then.